Let's go! Yeah! Beer time. What's going on, everybody? This is me, Maple and my brother Andrei here, and we got a beer that's in a brown bottle with no label. So you obviously know what that means. It's a homebrew.
Homebrew.
The third homebrew. Me, Andrei, and my best friend Richie, we brewed this beer up. So let's just stop talking and let's get into it. Beer, 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 beer. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to me, Brewski, for just talking about my beer because I like to be narcissistic when I talk about my beers. Here's Andrei. He's ready. He's in the game. You ready to do this?
It's been so long since I had a beer review with you.
It's been a while.
Yeah, like a month?
Yeah. Yeah, about a month. Yeah. We got some homebrews here that I did up with Andrei and my best friend Richmond. Don't explode. This one didn't explode. We're good. Cool. Here you go. Now this beer is a Saison.
Ooh, steamy.
Yes. Didn't explode. Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice. I'm going to pour mine into a glass.
Right.
Show you guys the color of it.
Oh, it's foaming up.
Oh, pour it quick.
Oh, if you pour it, then it doesn't make a mess?
Yep.
Oh, I see.
Boop. Exactly.
Why is it so foamy? This is the foamiest beer on earth.
I don't know. Maybe it got more sugar, more the dextrose mixture in there to get it carbonated. Also, that's what I'm thinking, at least.
You know what? I think there's little foam gremlins
Or yeah, there's still like
snooping
yeast
around.
in here. Yeah, look at that.
I don't know.
Drop, drop, drop. Cool. So yeah, this is the color of the beer here. It's a Saison with ingredients in here. What did I put in here? I know there's unmalted wheat. That's one of them. I got my little brew journal here. Trusty dusty book. It's coming in at, well, I figured out 6.7% from the hydrometer readings that I got at a original gravity of 1061 and a final of 1010. But when I distilled it and used the DMA, a very expensive piece of equipment, about $3,500, at the college, it showed it was at 8.5%. So it's boozy. And it's orange in color. That's just kind of cool.
That explains why I got so drunk.
Exactly. Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Hooey. Boozy.
Yeah. Super crisp. Very, very effervescent. Pretty hot in alcohols. Not gonna lie. Yeah, pretty hot. Fairly bitter as well in the back end. But when you think of a Saison, you're kind of getting that just a little bit more bitter and boozy. Barnyardy, stone fruit, white grape kind of thing going on. Kind of tastes almost like an acidic white wine in some aspects.
Oh yeah, I'm getting white wine.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
But it's fairly aggressive. The reason for that, I had my chemistry teacher, microbiology. He teaches so many classes over the semesters. I had him take a look at the beer, have a little sip-see, see what he thought, and he figured out that it was fermented too cold, because my basement room doesn't get super cold. I mean super warm. Sorry. So I think it fermented what's it like in here, like 18?
We leave our house at freezing temperatures.
It's not freezing temperatures. Upstairs is a lot better.
Max doesn't think so.
Well, that was how many years ago?
And our windows need to be redone because they let the heat out. And my mom likes it colder.
Yeah.
Compared to other people.
Yeah. But it's not freezing in here.
Have you seen, like, people who come from warmer countries, their house is on fire.
Yeah, I'm living with two people from the Bahamas, and they keep the house like 72.
Yeah, 72 is insane.
It's hot as balls.
I know.
I gotta crack a window when it's minus 13 out because it's so damn hot. But
yeah,
hey,
I feel
you know what? It's nice to go to bed warm.
Roommates, man.
I know.
Confession, when I was with my roommates, I was that guy that would wake up at like 2 a.m. and like turn off the AC. Or the heater. In the middle of winter.
Jeez. could be dangerous if you freeze pipes, but if it's not for long periods of time, it's fine.
Have you seen our house?
Yeah, some kind of thing. But yeah, here's the beer. I haven't figured out a name. I was going between a Rich Russian and Russian Rich. I think on Brewer's Friend it's Rich Russian. Cause my friend's name is Richmond. I'm Russian.
Oh, you
He's
named
Russian.
it. You named it Russian Rich.
Russian Rich. Yep.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even tell you about the nose of the beer yet, guys. Holy shit. Barnyardy.
I don't smell any cow manure. I don't smell any hay. I don't smell any barn. I don't smell any animals.
There's not much of an aroma, to be honest.
Yeah, it just smells like. It's because once you drink it, your smell goes. But it basically smells like what it tastes like.
Yeah, it smells like what it tastes like. Yeah, I used about, what did I use here? Holy shit. I used 8 pounds of Pilsner malt, a pound of Vienna, a pound of unmalted wheat, a quarter pound flaked oats, quarter pound caramel 20, and quarter pound victory. To add honeyness, caramelly toffee, and nut toast and biscuit notes. Those didn't really shine through as much because it was decently hopped, I want to say. Let's go! I got a Challenger for earth and mild flavors. And then the one that I wanted to use, which was kind of cool, was Calypso because of apples and pears flavors that you get from the hops. I think there's a little bit of fruitiness in here. A little hard to detect because it is so hot and boozy.
Well, I'm getting drunk, that's all I know.
Well, there's a bit of like fruitiness up in the beginning of this bad boy here, but oh my god, it is a big beer.
All I taste is bitter and alcohol. And beer. It's beer. But it's not even a beer.
It is beer.
I've never tasted a beer like this before.
Yeah, this is a pretty aggressive Saison.
Yeah, it's the most aggressive beer I've probably ever had in my entire life. I don't even know what to compare this to. Nothing you have given me has ever tasted like this before.
Yeah, even like regular commercial Saisons, they're similar but a lot more toned down.
Yeah. So I was like, this is a Saison? Like, I'm thinking, like, what's a Saison? And then...
Saison is like a
because I'd never had
farmhouse. So it's very similar flavors to this. Obviously a lot less bitter and a lot less boozy.
Okay, what is the Canuck Ale?
It's a pale ale.
That's a pale ale. What's a Saison?
A Saison
I would know.
is... Oh, that you would know. They don't make too many Saisons, not gonna lie.
Probably I'm not a Saison expert like some people.
I'm not a Saison expert either, but I
don't
do
even
enjoy
know
them. I like that barnyard and sort of stone fruity character. It's not like manure barnyard.
I'm not saying manure, but like...
Horse blanket?
Horse blanket? Have you ever smelt a horse blanket?
Nope. Never smelled a horse blanket, but that's a term. I don't know what a horse blanket tastes like or smells like. But like barnyardy, I don't know why. It just works for me and my vocabulary for some reason.
It smells like fresh Legos.
It smells acidic. And slightly fruity. Not rotting, but just like sharp fruit.
It smells like underwater metal.
Did you smell underwater metal?
I'm just making a point.
Fair. Yeah. Everybody who tastes stuff is full of shit.
Like, how can you smell underwater?
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Fuck. Jeez. And then the yeast that we used was the French Saison yeast from Escarpment Labs, which actually turned out pretty well. I kind of like how this beer turned out. It's aggressive, it's in your face, but it's crisp and refreshing at the same time.
We should name it the Insane Russian.
Could do that too.
Actually, we should make a beer more aggressive than this and name it the Insane Russian.
You should do a Russian Imperial Stout.
Let's reach like 10%, and like, you know how we made this thing? So me and Nikolai, he held his like bag of whatever.
Of the grains?
Grains.
Yeah.
Over the water, and like we had to squeeze out the sugars. So like they got me to do the squeezing. So I took 2 pans and I just squeezed it as hard as I could, for as long as I could, until there's nothing coming out. And this is what we got. So I'm saying if we got like, I don't know, something even more squeezy to squeeze out them sugars, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, that was a big thing we changed in this homebrew. Was I mashed for 90 minutes rather than 60.
Get a machine.
And then instead of holding the bag, Andrei squeezed the shit out of the bag.
Oh yeah.
A little aggressively that I thought, but you know what? There's no aggressive, weird tannin-y stuff going on, which is really nice. So that worked out quite well. And I definitely have him to attribute
not the
the
tannins.
booze.
Why is it so aggressive? Is it just the booze, or like what's in this thing?
It's the booze, and then how we fermented it at a colder temperature than what was probably needed for this beer.
Colder temperature, really.
Yeah, because we should have fermented it maybe like low 20s.
I see you put it.
Or was that high teens?
Yeah, so low 20s. That's really hot.
Yeah.
You should leave it at a friend's house to brew.
Why?
Who has their house warmer.
True. Yeah. Or well, we're just putting blankets around the buckets.
It doesn't change the temperature, or does it? I don't know. Like
I don't know.
a blanket just
Keeps
it's
it.
an
keeps
insulator,
temperature.
but eventually the cold's gonna get in. So like,
Yeah. True.
I don't know. Unless the yeast is making its own heat. Does it do that? No.
Probably.
Not enough, right?
Not enough.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe like, or you could leave it over the heater.
In a plastic bucket. Oh, over the heater. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you meant like over the stove heater. I'm like,
No.
that's kind
The
of
furnace heater.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We just don't have like a really warm spot in the house.
Yeah, the heater.
Yeah. I mean, in the summertime it'd be easier because we can just throw shit in my room because it gets hot as shit.
Oh yeah.
But up there, I want to use that Kveik yeast because it ferments. It's good at fermenting at like 30 plus degrees.
It'll be easy in the summer because like there'll be global warming. It'll be
Yep.
easy.
Yep. Yeah, it turned out pretty damn well. If you like boozy, aggressive saisons, you're gonna really like this one. Sadly, these are the final two beers. There's one more in there for me.
The last one, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to get drunk.
Exactly. That's why I bought you more beer as well. But yeah, pretty hazy
Oh my.
as well.
This bottom halfway,
Yep.
it's like
Looks a
opaque
little muddled. Yeah.
compared to the top.
Yep. Definitely a lot more sediment in the bottom. Even some yeast, I want to say.
Those will put hair on your chest, that's for sure.
Yep. I don't have a regular like filter, obviously, because it's homebrew and it's a very cheap setup, but it's efficient. And we use like a giant strainer that my mom has, and we just put it over over one bucket when we transfer from either kettle to fermenter or fermenter to bottling bucket, and it strains out a fair bit of stuff, but doesn't get everything. Maybe cheesecloth or something would work, but I think that's just more of a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Cheesecloth.
Double strain.
I kind of like the fact that it's unfiltered-y.
Yeah.
Apparently, I've read on like the internet that it's healthy for you.
Like beer and yeast and whatnot.
No, like the foggy stuff. Yeah, like this like opaque stuff. Like, it's good for you. Like it's good for your bones, especially.
True.
It's good for the bones. That's why I'm always like good for the bones.
Good for the bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely nutrition in this. Oh, because Saison's farmhouse ales, they were a style that, like, that's what the farm workers would get at the end of their shifts back in the day, like hundreds of years ago and whatnot. I feel like this is what they drank. Because it was, I guess, I don't remember the whole history behind it, but that's a little tidbit of information. But yeah, that is fairly aggressive.
But you get used to it.
You do. But because it's like lighter in body, it doesn't come across as a heavy beer.
What are you talking about? It's super heavy.
Is it?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Like,
maybe.
I can feel it in my belly right now.
Yeah. Well, I think that's just because how carbonated it is.
Oh.
Very effervescent, very crisp.
Well, that makes it heavier, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it just makes you more bloaty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the beer itself isn't a heavy beer. You know, it's fairly viscous. Maybe it's a little heavy.
It's really heavy.
Yeah, it's fairly heavy. What am I saying?
She's so heavy.
Yeah, she thick. She thick, boy. Boy. Damn. I'd do this again.
Would you chug this?
I would not chug this. I would probably throw up.
That's when you know it's heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not chuggable. Holy shit, that just makes me bloated even more thinking about it.
Yeah, right. The carbonation. Makes it unchuggable because it's just like fizzing up everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, because didn't you take care of the? You took care of the sugars. Making the sugar, the carbon sugar.
No, I didn't. I just helped with bottling.
No, you did. You cooked the sugar for me.
Oh, I cooked the sugar. This is my fault.
This is all your fault. No, you did a good job. This is actually what I was looking for. Good job.
So maybe like we had too much sugar. Or you just gave me too much sugar.
No, I calculated how much sugar I wanted, and you just boiled it down, and it worked. Cause it's wow. This is kind of what you want in a saison for carbonation. Like you want it nice and crispy.
Mm-hmm. Just stir your sugars in a pot till it goes away.
Yep. And
then it boils, and then it's good, right?
Yep. Cool it. Throw it in a bottling bucket. You pour your beer over top, and then you start bottling with a siphon, with an auto siphon. It works super efficiently, and you get a damn good product out of it. Jesus, that felt good. Yeah, not a bad recipe. That's what I'm looking for. I don't know what I'd change about this. I don't think I'd change anything at the moment.
I would.
What would you change?
It's just like way too like aggressive. Like it needs to be like refined a bit. I feel like you're on something, but something about it lacks like, I don't know, it's just too much.
Warmer temp for
like,
fermentation.
Yeah, we could try that, but like,
yeah.
I guess you're onto something, but
yeah, that's what my teacher recommended. That was the only thing he recommended out of this.
I mean, it could be worse though. So
it could be worse. Yeah, it could taste like shit.
It doesn't taste like shit. Like I actually found myself drinking this and enjoying it. But it's just such a strong, weird flavor.
Yeah, saisons are kind of a little funky.
Oh yeah.
That end, yeah.
Oh yeah, didn't you mention something about the yeasts when like you fermented it, yeasts from outside or something got in there?
Oh yeah, I don't know if that's a thing yet.
Wild yeast. He thinks there's wild yeast floating around in the air, and when he let it to cool outside, the yeasts got in and changed the taste.
I don't know. I went on that little tangent for a little bit when I had the first bottle of it, because when I cooled it, we're still trying to figure out an efficient cooling method without using too much water. So my dad made a snowpack mound around the kettle that we left, just with that sort of round filter thing that we use over top, so no debris would get in. And it was outside cooling for about 4 to 5 hours.
It's a long time.
So I was thinking maybe something, popped into the beer that wasn't needing to be in there. Again, I do not have the lab equipment or skill to figure that out, but nothing's exploded on us, so that's a good thing. So I don't think it might be that. I think it's just...
Stuff did explode. When I opened the bottle, like, it started fizzing like crazy. Must be those wild yeasts. Or goblins.
Or just that got more sugar content and made it overcarb itself.
Yes.
Or there's continuing fermentation.
Yes.
Well, who knows though? Who really knows? I mean, this is all tests. This is all just me messing around with family and friends to make beer for our enjoyment, and then we talk about it on here. And sadly, none of you can enjoy, or most 99% of you can't enjoy this.
In the distant future, we could send you beer online.
I wish.
Through a matter transport system.
I take payments in PayPal and Bitcoin. Moving forward.
Yeah. Bitcoin?
Yes. Why not?
YOLO.
Exactly. Or Dogecoin.
YOLO.
Either way, though, turned out pretty damn well. Definitely stuff to work on, but I'm pretty happy with it. Aggressively alcoholic and a little fairly bitter, but does taste like a saison with, like I said, the barnyardy white grape, a little bit of white wine-esque acidic white wine. Getting a little fruity notes in the beginning. I'm attributing that to the calypso, but then again, that could be priming since calypso adds apple and pear notes to beer. But hey, it is what it is. I think next time, ferment a little hotter. Excuse me. And we should be good to go. Well, guys, thanks for joining me and Andrei to talk about this third homebrew. The fourth one is actually upstairs continuing fermentation. It is the test. It is the test beer of my project brew at Niagara College, which will be done at the end of this semester, around mid-April. I'll be definitely giving you more information about that. Check out Niagara College Project Brew on YouTube to see our progression. Videos for that will be coming out in the near future. Upstairs, fermenting again, is a white IPA, or hopefully a white IPA. I don't really know what I'm doing. I've never done a white IPA. I've never done a white beer, like a wit beer, before.
You put tea in it.
I'm putting tea in it. Well, not kinda. Chamomile. I'm putting chamomile in the fermentation. I'm trying to still figure that portion out, but fingers crossed. Anyway, Andrei, thank you for joining me on this little video.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Should we brew this beer again?
Maybe.
Okay, what would you like to brew next? I think that's a good question to ask. What do you want to see us brew next, but what do you want to brew next? Because I know Richie already has an idea.
Kombucha.
A kombucha. I do not know how to do kombucha. We could probably figure it out.
I think aren't those alcoholic?
Some of them are. Yeah, I think they're alcoholic, and then people did non-alcoholic versions of it. We could try that. Yep. Yeah, I know Richie wants to do a stout.
Okay,
I kind of want to do a blonde.
We haven't done a blonde yet?
We haven't done a blonde ale, no.
We can do a pilsner too.
We can't do...
There's so many types.
I know, but it's harder to do any like lager-based beers, so like pilsners, lagers.
Because of the temperature?
Yeah, because of the temperature.
Dude, just leave it outside.
I know. Plus, they take like double the time as this, so it would take like 2 months.
Oh.
To get from
buy
start to
a
finish.
second. We need to buy more barrels. So you have like some lagers going on the side.
Yeah.
Like maybe
I
three barrels.
I do have another fermenter. Actually, I have 2 fermenters, funny enough. 2 more in addition to the one right now.
Yeah, you need more fermenters. That's what I'm getting you for Valentine's Day. Oops, too late. It's already Valentine's Day.
Oh, well.
Oops.
We got another fermenter from when me and Richmond made wine.
I don't even know where to get fermenters. Like, where? It's like they sell them at Best Buy or anything. Like, I don't know.
Homebrew stores.
Homebrew stores?
Yep.
Where's the nearest homebrew store here?
Either Toronto or
Toronto.
Pickering.
Pickering. Oh, so far.
Yeah.